YouTube, Smoking Uncle Frank, back again. Um, I put it together. Got the buttstock on there. Got the mags loaded up. I didn't get the scope sighted in yet, so there's not going to be any shooting. This is just to show you what it looks like now that it's together. I cleaned the barrel because I like to clean the barrels before I shoot things. I've learned that over time. I didn't know that at first, but you find things out as you go along. They like to use like motor oil or something in sometimes in these barrels, and literally, I mean, from what I understand from watching the air gun channel, so it was a little tricky, but I got one of those little whip things. I got one of those patch worms there. I was able to get right down inside there, and you can see where the barrel ends there, right there inside there. So I was able to maneuver the patch worm up in there, and then and it. I tested it with another type of gadget that I have, just a regular swab through the front. Careful of the crown, just very carefully. I just wanted to see if it would pass through, and it did. So I was like, well, it seems to be a straight shot. There's nothing obstructing it. So I ran a few patch worms through there, and they went right through. It's just a little tricky getting them down in and curling them up in there. You maybe get a pair of tweezers or something to get them started. I just eyeballed it, and I bent the thing a little bit, kind of. Once I got it started, it started sliding through. And I got the little tip out. I could see the blue sticking out here, the blue the patch worm, and then I just reached down in there and kind of snug it in there so it wouldn't go in cockeyed or anything, because you don't want a patch getting caught in your barrel. So and then just pull down through, kept pulling through until I started seeing something a little halfway decent. So I'm happy with that. I got a bunch of patches back there, and I bought a bunch of patch worm kits a while back. And what for some guns it's a pain in the ass, depending on how. I mean, like my brake barrel, that brake barrel Gamma Swarm fusions, not fusion. It's a swarm. It's one of those swarm, but you gotta kind of angle a barrel a certain way just to get the thing, to, and then pull through. And the problem with that one is that it's got a it's got a muzzle. It's got a moderator on the end that it doesn't work very well. It wants to grab things, so I got to figure out how to get that tip off. So what I've been doing is I've just been using a regular. I found out that I can use a regular. The other gadgets that I got. It's a stiff plastic wire. There's no metal on it or anything, so I'm not worried about damaging the crown of the barrel. I just dip one of those swabs in Ballistol and just run it back and forth. And well, that's the best I can do right now until I figure out how to get that damn thing off. Cause it's pinned in, and the damn pins don't want to come out for me. So, and I don't want to force anything because I don't want to break anything. But and I shot a couple of rounds out of it. Like I said, it's shooting way low with the way it is. Other thing I did was I added something to it that they didn't give you, but I had this in my box of goodies back there. I bought it a while back and never used it, but I got a little. Now this is they say it's PCP, and most PCPs you can keep them charged up with air all the time, but this is CO2 as well, so I'm kind of wondering whether or not this is going to be that way. So what I did was I put a on off on there. So and it works. So I just it makes it a little bit longer because you got this one piece here that's got to go in for you to use the CO2. So what I did was I just screwed that into the CO2 portion of it, and then screwed the CO2 in there, or the rather the not CO2, the HPA in, and all I gotta do now is turn the knob to get it started up, and then when I'm done, I just dry fire it a couple of times to get the air out because I don't know about leaving these things pressurized if it's good for them or not. I'll have to do a little more research on that, but for now, because they don't come like that, they don't come. If you buy a real PCP, online, one that's actually dedicated PCP only. It's going to come with a little bit of air in it because they want to keep them things pressurized because it helps keep the seal sealed or something like that. So, but I don't think that I don't know if this one's going to be like that. So I'm better safe than sorry. I'm just going to do it that way for now. And I was able to pump it up with my compressor back there. It took about 5 minutes to fill it up from dead zero. That's not bad. 5 minutes to fill a 3,000 psi tank, and I shot it a couple of times, and it's barely down. I mean, it's just I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just a little bit from 3,000. I pulled my back muscle too, though. I went and I bent the wrong way picking this thing up. This thing's got to weigh about 7 or 8 pounds. I don't know what exactly. I don't have a scale, but it's heavy as hell. It's all metal. And then when you put ammunition into it, ammunition is not a terrible thing, but you put a this scope is metal. This scope is all metal. It's not light either. And a tank, Jesus Christ, this thing is heavy. I'm gonna think about getting some bipods for this thing so I can just kind of shoot it that way. Either that or mount it on something. But for now, it works. And I forgot to turn my scope off when I was using it. I turned it the wrong way. That's no big deal. It takes a regular little button battery like they use in watches, and I'm a watchmaker. I got access to all that shit at work. I can get more of them. So it's not a big deal. My boss don't care. He'll let, if I grab a battery, he's not gonna. He don't really have much to say about it. And if he does, I'll give him a buck for it. Whatever, you know. It doesn't matter. I got my other magazine filled too. So I found out though. I try to use the Hornets, the pointed ones, and they stick out just a little bit. So I'm a little bit leery about using them in it. Although they might still work because they don't stick out so far as if they don't. I'm assuming that if they pass this here where it connects to them, it's probably okay. I'll have to test it out and see. But for now, I'm just going to stick with. I got the right now. I just got some Diablo basics in there, just some inexpensive plinking type pellets just for testing. Because I gotta get it sighted in and everything. So anyway, that's all for now. That's it for now. Like I said, until I get it sighted in and have it had a chance to really put it through its paces, you ain't gonna see that thing being shot. But boy, oh boy, I'm liking this rifle. Oh God, it's heavy. Pull my back muscle again. But there it is, in all its glory. You lean back so you can get a good look at it. Sight and tank, and it's all set up. All I gotta do is sight it in now. So I'm gonna let you go then. Guys, have a great day. I'll catch you on the next time around, I guess. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'd love to hear your comments. Bye bye, all.